wanted to say a couple of things to my friends across the pond who seem to be having a whale of a time of it at the moment, beating each other up. And if you'll forgive me, I am a foreigner, I'm an outsider, I'm a British person. You chased our British asses out of there twice before. You took our tea and you threw it in the sea. So I appreciate I'm not American. But from way over here on the other side of the pond, there are some things I observe. Firstly, is that of course I am far away. And when you're far away, distance lends perspective. And I see you all going for each other, beating each other up. And you know, I've known many of you since before you were what you are now. I've known many of you since you were at the back of the room when I was up talking. It's been a long time. That doesn't make me right. What it does make me is somewhat experienced about how this stuff works, and I get to see it firsthand over here because of course we really are up against it. So what I would say is that it's perfectly great that you all think a bunch of different stuff. So you may be on the Candace side of things, you may be on the Charlie side of things, you may be Turning Point, you may be a Nick supporter, maybe you're a MTG person, maybe you're a Laura Loomer person, maybe you're a Crowder person. All of you different people on different sides of this duking it out. I would just say that you're still under the same umbrella. Have all those different thoughts, have all those different opinions, be what you would consider to be fundamentally opposed. But I can tell you from all this long way away over here that you're not really. You're under the same umbrella, which is that you want people to be okay, you want people to be free, you want people to have the ability to do well in their own lives, to be able to raise their family, to be able to look after their family, freedom and the pursuit of happiness. You're under that umbrella, surely. The second thing that I think is really important is that the internet pulls you towards darkness. You know, the darker the matter, the more clicks you're rewarded by. And I understand there's competition for clicks. People want to be number one at this or number one at that. But actually, whilst the internet and Twitter in particular reward darkness, I don't think it does reward our audience. It may drag their eyeballs to you, but I don't know that it's good for our souls. And if you're in any kind of spiritual warfare, surely it's the souls you're competing for. So to talk of darkness all the time may get you to be number one or the biggest this or have this many million views, but is it in the interests of the audience that you say you serve? I would question that. And of course, you'll find many examples of my darkness in the past, and then you'll see where I'm headed now, which is towards the uplift and the positivity, because I know our audience needs that. It doesn't make me right or you wrong. It's an honest observation. And another, I guess, honest observation is that politics is for snakes. In my opinion, all politicians of all descriptions on all sides are snakes. You have to be a massive twat spangle. You have to be a monster to be in politics. I acknowledge that. But whilst you guys are all busy beating yourselves up about Israel first, no America first, no MAGA, no MAGA's dead, MAGA's not dead, yes it is, no it isn't, right? The choices were an aging man or Kamala, all puppets of Obama or Trump. Like, the choices weren't all the ideal choices you may have liked to have had. And I don't know who those people are because they don't show themselves when it comes to election day. The choices were black and white. The choices were this or that. It's a binary thing. You had a choice of Biden/Kamala or Trump. So you can speculate all you want. You can have your opinions all you want. You can argue about Israel all you want. But your democratic system offered you two choices, and a choice had to be made. And from my perspective, all the way over here, as a foreigner and an outsider, please let me tell you, decent, ordinary Americans made a bloody brilliant choice. If there's one thing that gives some of us British people hope right now, it's that you got Trump in. Because you guys gave us hope. We owe you. We have a debt of gratitude to you. And if we can agree on nothing else, and if you want to criticise me on here for my looks, or because I've got a big nose, therefore you think I'm Jewish, so therefore I'm bad, or I'm not Jewish, or I'm a bit Jewish, so that makes me bad, or I'm this, so I'm bad, or oh yes, but I saw you, Katie, doing that. Whatever, criticise me all you want. I hear you, I understand you. Some of your points you have to criticize me for will be perfectly valid. But I will say this, at our time of darkness, America to us still represents hope. And truly, I know as a wife, I know as an ex-wife to someone else, I know as a mother, I've been a single mother, a mother of 3 teenagers, I know as a long-lasting Trump supporter, I know as someone who's been doing this for 30 years, and boy oh boy does my face show it, right? My iPhone says face not recognized, which pisses me right off, but there's the truth of it. I know that we only have so much energy to spare, and any time that we turn inwards and we're fighting each other, we're using up energy that could so brilliantly be used to fight the enemy that we face. And that enemy should be in front of us, and it should be the enemy that's the enemy of your Constitution, the enemy of your Second Amendment, because take it from this unarmed little Brit, because of your Second Amendment, you still had your first. And if you want to argue about anything, argue against the people who would try to take your constitutional rights away. Okay, I'll go back to being a foreigner. You go back to beating each other up. But if you could possibly stop, you know, just me asking nicely as a British person, if you could just stop fighting amongst yourselves and face the enemy, I'd be super, super grateful.